Alright, hello fun and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at the Burst Shotgun mod, which is being made by user Alexerator. And what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is, well, exactly what it says, a burst fire shotgun. And I love this thing because, I mean, come on, it's a burst fire shotgun, and that's just entertaining to play with. And to make it even better, it is based off of the combat shotgun that was seen previously in the franchise in Fallout 1 and 2, and I do always love when mod makers add in weapons from those older games because there were so many fun and unique ones that I miss, including this. And to top it all off and make it even better for me, it's Bullpup, and you know me, I love a good Bullpup. So let's jump on over this way and have a look at what exactly we are getting with the Burst Shotgun, which in its most basic and standard form will do 38 damage with a shotgun shell, with a firing rate of 118, a range of 95, accuracy of 11, for a decently hefty weight here of 11.1, but overall not too bad in the slightest. And as you can see, this is a pretty good looking gun. I think they really did a great job of turning that just sort of 2D image of the weapon from Fallout 1 and 2 into a full 3D model here. It looks pretty darn good. It's a pretty hefty hunk of steel here and is just great, and does have some fun little details, especially on the back right around there. It's just a nice looking gun, and with plenty of modifications to help you with making this gun a bit more useful a bit later into the game. I'd say it's a pretty solidly mid-game to maybe late-ish mid-game gun, and overall is just a fun shotgun to play with. Now, as for how you do get your hands on one of these lovely things, well, first and foremost, there is a mod requirement. As it is a burst fire weapon, you are going to need the burst fire framework mod. Without it, I mean, it's not going to work. The whole point is a burst fire shotgun, and you can't have burst fire without that framework. Once it's installed, though, you'll start seeing these in the world, starting at level 24 on Raiders, Gunners, Brotherhood of Steel, Vendors, and is even added into the legendary list, so you might find some fun legendary versions of this gun on those various enemies. So let's take a look at what we are all getting with the mods on this gun, though. Of course, starting with the receiver category, which is all pretty typical stuff in here, from the standard to rapid on up to the advanced, which is going to deal the most amount of damage you're going to get out of this gun without, of course, any additional perks, and that is going to be 60, which is not too shabby, especially for a burst fire gun. That's going to be 3 shotgun shells, each doing 60 damage going down range, so, you know, not too bad at all. And the barrel category, we've got a standard, a short, a long, sawed-off, and of course a marksman barrel. Sadly though, if you go with the marksman barrel, you're not going to be able to do any barrel attachments, which is, you know, I mean, a little unfortunate, but it is a very neat-looking, barrel. I forgot the word barrel there for a moment, despite the fact we're in the barrel category. Wow, my brain sometimes is horrible. Now, as for the next category here, we've got the different furniture for the gun, which is pretty nice. They're mostly just aesthetic, but they are going to have some improvements to, like, action point cost, and some, like the range furniture here, actually are going to even help with the accuracy, but mostly it is mainly for aesthetics here. My personal favorite, I think, is this infantry furniture. I love a gun with wooden furniture to it. It's just good looking, and this sort of darker wood there is pretty neat. But yeah, all in all, some good options right in here. And then in the magazine category, we've got a standard, extended, and drum magazines with, of course, quick eject versions of all 3 of those. Then in the sights category, we've got a decent little mix here of iron sights, laser sights, reflex sights, some more advanced reflex sights here, and even some more traditional scopes if you are wanting some more magnification for a shotgun. But, I mean, okay. You do you, enjoy them. And then finally we have the muzzle category here, where we've either got nothing, a compensator, a choke, muzzle brake, spreader, or suppressor. All good fun options in there indeed. And yeah, like I said, with those, you'll be able to keep this gun a bit more useful into the later part of the mid-game, even maybe into the late game. And they do just make for some fun guns. So let's take a look at this thing in practice, starting, of course, with our standard version here, which, oh boy, I gotta reload. I was playing around with it before recording and forgot to do that. There we are, and of course, fire. And there we go, 3-shot burst out of this gun with every trigger pull, which is just fun. It is, of course, giving you a lot of kick, making it a little bit harder to keep everything on target, especially if you're a crappy shot like me in this game. But overall, very fun, and I just do love that this is a burst fire shotgun. That's just entertaining, and is gonna be a pretty good gun to clear out hallways or rooms or really anywhere where there's a lot of enemies and not a lot of space for them to move in. You can just unload this thing almost like fully automatic if you keep clicking fast enough, and it will just put out so many shotgun shells into your enemies that it's gonna be a fun time. Now, as for our modified versions here, I did make a, more extended. I forgot which one was which for a second. I'd made this one, which is more for, you know, the drum magazine here, so a lot more shells going down range, and another for kind of a sniping shotgun, but it's a shotgun, so it's not exactly going to do the best at that sort of role. But between the marksman barrel, the marksman furniture, and a scope, let's hope it does the job. So we'll actually play around with that one first. And zoom in. Yeah, kind of hard to keep on target with a burst. But still, I mean, if you can keep it on target, that's going to still be 3 shots down range. And thanks to the marksman scope, of course, it's not, or the barrel rather, it's, you know, not really giving you as much of a spread on the rounds, so it is at least going to give more of those on target when they hit. Though the burst fire, yeah, kind of makes that not the greatest marksman weapon, frankly. Now, as for our advanced compensated shotgun here, oh yeah. Oh, that's the fun stuff. We got that nice advanced reflex sight on here, the extended magazine, so you can just keep on firing down range into your enemies, and that beautiful wooden furniture on this thing is just magnificent. I do like the combination of these things on here, and personally, I'd say this would be how I would personally use this gun. It's just entertaining. So let's take a look at this thing against a Deathclaw, because why not? And see how it'll function there. There we go, up to enough points there, and run to my cheese spot. Beautiful. Hello, you Deathclaw. Oh god, the problem's gonna be keeping the shots on target. We got about 1/4 of its health down, not too bad, frankly. Oh boy, oh, it's getting close, it's gonna kill me. Yes, take that when it is up nice and close. We actually do get some pretty good damage on it with these shotgun shells. Oh, yep, stay there for a moment, please, Deathclaw. And, oh, there he goes. Nice. It's just a fun gun. A burst fire shotgun, firing 3 shots per burst, each dealing 60 damage. Not too shabby in the slightest, and can keep a good rate of fire going on this thing all the time, and is just fun. And being from Fallout 1 and 2 just makes me so much happier to have this gun in the game, and it's a bullpup, which is even better. So if you'd like to take a look at this mod for yourself, which I'd certainly recommend you go and do, you can have a look at the link in the description of the video. As per usual, it's a fun gun. Go play with it, enjoy yourself. But that's gonna be it for this mod video today. Hopefully you all have enjoyed this little look at a burst fire shotgun, and come back for whatever mod we do look at next. But until that time, thank you for watching as always. Well, have a good one.